about my name is จังกมจิตตยานาวิวัตตมหินทาสังคมิตาธรรมปาละเถรวาทาภลาโพธิปันธิตะ My position is Associate Professor Dr. จงจิตเสน่หา Today is July 6, 2567 Buddha era. Okay, so as a ritual, we're gonna pay respect to the Buddha first. มหาพิวาทะพุทธวจนะจตุราสีติธรรมขันธาสหัสสานีปีสติอริยมรรคปีสติสามัญญพละเอกานิพพานะขิปปปัญญาโดยเฉียบพลันในประวัติการนี้เถิดโยโวอานันทมยาธัมโมจะวินโยจะเทสิโตปัญญาโตโสปมาจเยนะสัทธาโยโวอานันทมยาธัมโมจะวินโยจะเทสิโตปัญญาโตโสมมาจเยนะสัทธาโยโวอานันทมยาธัมโมจะวินโยจะเทสิโตปัญญาโตโสมมาจเยนะสัทธาพุทธวจนะจตุราสีติธรรมขันธาสหัสสานิคือปรมัตถอนุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิสมณะโคตมะปัญญาธิกะ Can Sankamita, can you lead for the Namo Tassa, please?
Yes. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa มหาวิวาทปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิปัญญาธิกะทรงบำเพ็ญมหาบารมีเอเสปสังขายะกัมรายะสังกัป
สังกัปปะ okay
ต้องค่ะ
ทรงพบปรมัตถะ
สองค่ะสองพระปรมหาปารมียาสังขายะกัมรายะสังกัปปะสองพระปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิสองนิ้วสองพันปฏิบุตร
544,000
บุตร
พุทธะ
อภิวั
ปัญญาธิกะ สาธุ Next please
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะมหาวิวาทปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิสัทธาธิกะทรงบำเพ็ญมหาปารมีเอเสปสังขายะสัมมาสัมกัปปะเป็นปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ
1,24,055พุทธะ
ได้เสก
ปัจจาธิกะพุทธะเกิด9 okay
สาธุ
Next please
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะมหาวิวาทปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิวิริยาธิกะทรงบำเพ็ญมหาปารมีเอเสปสังขายะกัมรายะสังกัปปะสองพระปรมัตถานุตตรสัมมาสัมโพธิ
2,4,8,109วิริยาธิกะพุทธะด้วยเสียงกล่าว Okay, we as a ritual we pay respect to ติปิฎกะธรรมจริยะเถรวาทพละโพธิจตุราสีติธรรมขันธาสหัสสานีสุชาตินาคอ่อนวิสติอริยมรรควิสติสามัญญพละเอกานิพพานะกิปปาปิญญาโดยเฉียบพลันในประวัติการนี้เถิดสาธุสาธุสาธุนาวุติปฏิทันตโมทามิ and also the very important person ท่านอังคคุณาอริยธรรมโสตปันนะ is a former president of our group that built many temples, more than about 10 temples for Bhikkhuni around the world. And also ท่านพัชระโพธิธรรมะโสตปันนะ who always taking care about the Vivatta and Vesali. So we pay respect to both of them. Supatipanno, Supatipanno, Supatipanno. So today we are start of the July 6th. I didn't teach for many long time. So as in my class, I always ask about the date in their Jantalakati. Today is Eka, is the first Sukkha Pakasa. Asa Lahat Masasa is the month. And the year of Mahaputashayanti 2613. For Mahaputta Parinipan is 567. Okay. Sangamita, do you know about the Mahaputashayanti? What the meanings of that?
Means when Buddha born that time, Buddha Jayanti, we count from that.
Born. You mean, what do you mean Buddha born?
Yeah. And Mahabuddha Parinibbana means the Mahaparinibbana day. We count from that.
No, I'm asking you, what do you mean the Buddha born is in the meaning of Mahaputashayanti?
Mahabuddha Jayanti means Buddha born.
Born?
Yeah, Jayanti means we say that the birth date of Mahabuddha Jayanti.
Yeah, it's mean the date of enlightenment, right? The year
Yes.
of, yeah. Okay. I would like to clear because you say the Buddha born is because it's in the Bodhisattva born is 80 years ago, right? And when the Mahaputashayanti is mean when the Buddha enlightenment at that year, we call from that year, we call Mahaputashayanti. Okay.
Yes, yeah. When Siddhartha Gautama get enlightenment.
Okay. The objective of this class is to understand the difference between the world language and Dhamma language about the Panya, and understand what is the meaning in Panya in Dhamma language, and also know how many citta that work with the Panya Cetasika, and also Panya Cetasika work in the process of enlightenment. Okay. Panya, have you? I think everybody knows about the name of the words Panya. What do you understand, Sakhamita? What do you understand the meaning of Panya?
Wisdom. Panya means wisdom, knowledge.
Knowledge, right? Knowledgeable. And in the meanings that usually most people translation is mean the knowledgeable in the Sankhan or body, okay? And in the synonym of the word in world language, they call expert, clever, or smart, or wisdom. They use many similar words that to explain about the Panya. Mostly, some people use the wisdom, just like in my university. We use that our university as a wisdom of the lands, okay? And in the words of antonym, you understand, right? Antonym.
Yes.
So it's the opposite meanings. It's mean that when you, in the opposite of Panya, it means you are stupidity, non-rational, unwise, silly, or thick-headed. Usually it's used by the layperson in everyday life. For example, when we use the Panya, yes, if you would like to study, you require to have the Panya, okay? If you do any work, you must have, right? To keep the sila or precept, one must have the Panya, okay? this is the sentence that most people use panya in the world language. And also, if you to make punya is merit, you must have the panya too. Whatever you do, the occupation that you would like to pursue, you must have panya. And also, in the way of the layperson understanding of panya, if you it's mean like intelligent. If you have a good panya, it means you can study really well. If you can get a good grade or something like that, it means you have good panya. Usually when we think about doctor, you say, oh, doctor is very intelligent person. It means that he has very good panya, okay? Smart people, it means people who has panya can get trade and get very rich. You know, we can get a lot of money because they have panya to think many things, to sell things, and they get a lot of money. So that make them rich. And also use your panya to solve various problems. You see, if you have many problems, everybody you have to use your panya to solve this problem. Yeah. And also, when we talk about Dr. Mbeka, he is a very intelligent person, right? Which means he has a very, very good panya, okay? And in the sense of panya, that is that in the lay person use it. And it can be translated from the Makati language to others. For example, translate into Thai language. Panya means is you know all. It means you have a knowledge of everything. And also you have an institute, understand the reason. If in the sense of Makati, clear understanding, you see Panya, it means you clear understanding. And it can be knowledge and understanding can differentiate between good and bad. And also, if you have panya, it means you have knowledge to organize, allocate, and manage things. Whatever you did, you can organize it, okay? And also, it's translated from Makati to Thai language as knowledgeable in sankhara. It means you already have knowledge in all your body, okay? This is in the sense of used as a translation from Makati to other language. And also, it can be, if you read the Tipitaka, but you misunderstanding or misinterpretation in the meanings of Panya. So you can use that meanings used to teach for the followers. Most people read from the Sutanta. For example, if you keeping the precept must be governed by panya. This means you would like to be sila, right? You have to have panya to control it. Meditation must be directed by wisdom. It means meditation must be, you have to have panya to do the meditation. Have you heard like this? Sankamita or Sankiti. Have you ever heard like this? The meanings when we read the Tipitaka, some people always say about it. If you would like to do the meditation, you need to direct it by the panya, okay? You should use panya, sila, and samadhi instead of use sin, samadhi, panya. It means they interpret it because panya they think it's very important. It should be the lead before you do the sin, samadhi, panya, which is the opposite what the Buddha teaching. This is in the sense that we can hear from other people to talk about the panya, in the sense that they are translate or they are teaching to other people. Now we are going to know about what the Buddha meanings of the panya in the Buddha teaching. I think Sankiti can guess, right? Panya in the Buddha teaching, what is it? What does it mean? Sankiti.
Panya is the Chetasika, right?
Yeah. Sankamita, you know, right? Is the name of a Cetasika, right?
It is Panya's name of a Chetasika, but I'm not knowing about it more, so I have to learn.
Yeah. So do you remember all the Cetasika?
Chetasika 52. I have to, yeah.
Because it did 121, right? And the next of after we remember the Citta 121, and the next we have to remember Cetasika. So how many Cetasika that Buddha teaching? Sahabita, how many Cetasika that Buddha teaching?
52 Chetasika.
Wow, very good. So it's 52 Cetasika. And please tell me which line of Panya in the total of 52 Cetasika? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one? We have 52. What the length of the Panya? Sakamita. You remember Cetasika?
Remember, Panya, I have to read.
That's okay. You read? Now you read the Cetasika, right? Which the rank of the Panya in the total of 52 Cetasika?
It is the last one.
Yes.
This one, last one.
The last one is the length is 52, right?
Yeah.
The last one. Okay, very good. And how many groups of Cetasika that Buddha teaching? How they divided into groups from 52?
That I'm not knowing.
Yep. So they Buddha divided into 3 groups. Okay. The first is Anyasamana Cetasika.
Yes, understood. Ayasamana Chetasika. And they Ayasamana Chetasika.
Yeah. And the next is the second group is Akusala Cetasika. And the third group is Sopana Cetasika.
Yes.
Okay. And each one, how many in each one have Anyasamana Cetasika? How many Cetasika that they have in Anyasamana Cetasika?
Ayasamana Chetasika 13.
Yeah, good. And about Akusala Cetasika?
Chetasika 14.
Yeah, and Sopana Cetasika?
25.
Okay, very good. So in Cetasika, total is 52. In Anyasamana Cetasika, we have 13. Akusala Cetasika, we have 14. And the last one is Sopana Cetasika, we have 25. Okay. And also in each group, they are divided into small groups, such as Anyasamana Cetasika 13 divided into 2 groups. The first is Sapajita Satarana Cetasika 7 and Pakinaka Cetasika 6. In Anyasamana Cetasika, these 2 groups are very important because this group can work with many citta, right? And the second group is Akusala Cetasika 14. They divide into 5 groups, 5 subgroups. Mojatuka Cetasika 4, Lotika Cetasika 3, Tojatuka Cetasika 4, Chituka Cetasika 2, and Vitikisha Cetasika 1. And the last group is Sopana Cetasika 25, divided into 2 full groups. Sopana, the first subgroup is Sopana Satarana Cetasika 19. The second is Virati Cetasika third is Anya Apamanya Cetasika, and the fourth is Pandintariya Cetasika. In this diagram, Pandintariya Cetasika is the last group and have only one Cetasika, right? I think it is important to remember in each group and how many group they have. Okay. Yep. In terms of Sapatita Satharana Cetasika 7, you remember it all? Sangamita, the first one?
Yes. Which one? Ayasamana Chetasika?
Yep. The first one is
Yeah.
Sapatita Satharana. Yeah.
Sabachita Sadharana Chetasika 7. In
Yeah.
that, 1 Passa Chetasika, 2 Vedana Chetasika, 3 Sanya Chetasika, 4 Chetna Chetasika, 5 Ekagata Chetasika, 6 Jivita Chetasika, and 7 is Manasikara Chetasika.
Okay, very good. And the second group, Pakinaka Cetasika.
Pakinaka Chetasika, 1 Vitaka Chetasik, 2 Vichara Chetasik, 3 Atimokha Chetasik, 4 Virya Chetasik, 5 Piti Chetasik, 6 Chanda Chetasika.
Okay, this is the first 7 is that working with 121 chitta, right? But for the second subgroup from the Anyasamana Cetasika, Pakinaka Cetasika, they work with specific group of jit. Okay, you have to remember which one that work with which chitta. Okay, and for the second group is Akusala Cetasika. Sankiti, you might ask, read it for me, please. Sankiti. Sankiti, are you there? Maybe lost in space. Okay. In terms of Akusala Cetasika 14, they divide into 5 groups. The 5 subgroup of the first one is Mojatuka Cetasika, which compose with the 4 Cetasika. Moha Cetasika, Ahirika Cetasika, Anotapa Cetasika, and Uttaja Cetasika. Lotika Cetasika, the second subgroup is composed with Lopa Cetasika, Titi Cetasika, and Mana Cetasika. And the third subgroup is Tojatuka Cetasika, composed with Tosa Cetasika, Isa Cetasika, Macharya Cetasika, Kukuja Cetasika. The fourth subgroup is Tituka Cetasika, composed with Tina Cetasika and Vita Cetasika. And the last is Vitikicha Cetasika, composed only one is Vitikicha Cetasika. In Akusala Cetasika, this is the group is important too because it's work only for the Akusala 12. Okay, this is Akusala, the name that tell that this group of Cetasika work only for Akusala Citta. And the last one is Sopana Cetasika, which divide into 4 groups, 4 subgroups. Sankamita, would you please read for me, please?
Yes.
Sopana,
Shobna Chetasika.
25.
Shobna Sadhana Chetasika, 19. Just a moment.
Sattha
Saddha Chetasika, Sati Chetasika, Hiri Chetasika, Ottapa Chetasika, Alobha Chetasika, Adosa Chetasika, Tataram, this one, Taniyam Manjata Chetasika, Kaya Pasadi Chetasika, Chitta Pasadi Chetasika, Kaya Lahuta Chetasika, chitta lahuta chetasika, kaya mrudta chetasika, chitta mrudta chetasika, kaya
กัมมัญญตา
kaya kamayata chetasika, chitta kamayata chetasika, chitta
กาย
paguyata
กายะ
chetasika,
กายะปากุญญตา
kaya paguyata chetasika, chitta paguyata chetasika, kayu jugata chetasika, chitta jugata chetasika.
Yeah. And the second group, Virati Chetasika, 3.
Virati chetasika 3, 1 samma vacha chetasik, 2 samma kamanta chetasik, 3 samma ajiva chetasik.
The third group, Apamanya Chetasika.
Apamaya chetasik 2, 1 karuna chetasik, 2 mudita chetasik,
Yeah.
and
The last one.
Parmesariya chetasika 1,
Yeah.
Paya chetasika, the last one.
Yeah. This is Panyintariya Chetasika, which composed with Panya Chetasika. This is the one that we are talking about today, right? Panya Chetasika, which is the last subgroup that called Panyintariya Chetasika. Okay. Mostly when people generally teach is just the application of Sanya Chetasika, which is in Anyasamana Chetasika, that they do not know how to proceed according to the teaching of the Buddha. So for example, when we remember everything, we say in terms of Buddha teaching, it means it's Sanya Cetasika. But most people say, oh, you remember and you have Panya, right? To know, to remember things, but they don't understand it. Not Panya Cetasik, it is just Sanya Cetasika. And mostly they are only used for the only translation and conclusion based on the guessing, because they mostly they didn't listen to what the Buddha teaching deeply. Just like our group, we are Sikkha. Sikkha is mean you have to listen what the Buddha teaching, explain about things that we cannot see. Only Buddha can see it and explain to us, such as Chitta, Cetasika, Rupa. It is not what we see. The only Buddha that see and explain to us to know what the Buddha teaching. Okay. In term of Panya, Cetasika, you can see that is Panya Cetasika is in the Sopana Cetasika, right? The rank of 25 in each subgroup. In the meaning of Panyintariya Cetasika subgroup, the last subgroup, is come from the words Panya and Intariya, which means Intariya it is a great at cutting off kilesa. It means that it is only Panya Cetasika that can cutting off kilesa. That's why Panya is very important Cetasika in terms of help us to enlightenment. But Panya Cetasika come from what the Buddha teaching, okay? Not what we thinking, not our clever, but everything is come from Cetasika and Rupa. So we can go to Nibbana. Whatever, you have to remember whatever Buddha teaching is mean, it's going to Nibbana. Every word that can bring us to Nibbana, okay? And after we know about the Cetasika, how Cetasika work with the Chitta. Each Cetasika group work with specific Chitta. As I say at the first time that Anyasamana Cetasika 13 work with Akusala Chitta, Kusala Chitta, and Ahetuka Chitta. It means they work with is 121 Chitta. For the Akusala Cetasika 14, they work with Akusala Chitta, only 12 of Akusala Chit, 12. And Sopana Cetasika, 25. This work with only Kusala Chitta of 91 Chitta. Okay? This means only Kusala Chitta that work with Sopana. However, also in Sopana Cetasika 25 work with Kusala Chitta. But we are study for today is about Panya Cetasika. Panya Cetasika work with only Kusala Chitta, only 79 Chitta. It means that in Kamavachara, Sankiti, how many did in Kamavachara that work with Panya Cetasika? Sankiti, are you there? Sankiti,
Yeah, what you asking?
I'm asking about Panya Cetasika. Working with in Kamavachara Chitta, how many Chitta and what is it? In Kamavachara Chitta.
Kama Bachara Chitta, 12 that is my child. 12 Chitta that is from Kama Bachara Sobhana Chitta. 4 from Mahakushala Chitta, 4 from Maha Vipaka Chitta, and 4 from Mahakriya Chitta. That is 12. That Panya working in Sampayutta.
Yeah.
Jnana Sampayutta. Loko,
You can.
and all in Rupa Bachara Chitta. Sampayutta also is working Panya.
How many in Rupa Vachara?
Rupa Bachara, I think all because they Sampayutta, na?
Right. And Arupa.
And Arupa Bachara ko all man. Yes.
Oh, it's mean
So
12.
all total
And also in Lokutala Chitta 40. Right.
yeah. Kama Bachara, yes, 24. Yeah, 20.
Sakamita, do you understand why Kama Vachara Sopana Chitta only 12 that work with the Panya Cetasika?
39, yes, Kama
I
Bachara
have
39 and 40 there.
I have to know again because due to this, I didn't hear properly.
Yeah, okay. I asked that Panya Cetasika work with Kusala Chitta, only 79 Chittas. In Kama Vachara Sopana Chitta, that the Panya Cetasika, only 12 of them. How many Kama Vachara Sopana Chitta? How many the total?
It's 25.
Huh? 25 or 24?
Um, 24.
Yeah, for Chitta, right? Have 24. And Panya Cetasika, that work only 12 of them. That's specific. It's work only Sampayutta Chitta, not work with the Vipayutta Chitta. Okay? So it's only 12 of them that work with the Panya Cetasika. It means from Mahakusala Chitta 4, Mahavipaka Chitta 4, and Mahakiriya Chitta 4. It means Somanat, right? Somanat, Sampayut, Asankalikang, and Sasankalikang, and also Upekha, Sampayutta, Asankalikang, and Sasankalikang. You still remember, right? Sankamita?
Yeah, I was a little bit confused with Shobhana Chetasika. Means I was thinking about that 25, but these are 24.
It is Chitta.
Yeah, Chitta 24. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it.
But if we talk about Sopana, Cetasika. It means 25. Right? You're confused
Yeah,
about
right.
Sopana Cetasika.
Yeah.
Okay. So the total of the Chitta that work with the Panya 79, which only the Kama Vajara Sopana Chitta 12, that's it's only Yana Sambayut that's work with Panya Cetasika. For Rupa Vajara Chitta 15, Arupa Vajara Chitta 12, and Lokutara Chitta 40. All of them work with the Panya Cetasika. Okay. And in the terms of the Aliyamaka 8, do you remember Aliyamaka 8? Sangamita?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Sama. The first is Sama Titi, right?
Yes.
Sama. The second is Sama Sankappa. The third is Sama Vaja. The fourth is Sama Kamanta. And the fifth is Sama Achiva, Sama Vayama, and Sama Sati, and Sama Samadhi. This is the 8 Ariyamaka, right? Because the key in Abhidhamma, this represent the key dhamma of Samadhi. What is it? Sankiti, the key dhamma of Samadhi. What is it?
I couldn't get your point, what you're asking.
I'm asking that this is Samadhi is being the words of Ariyamaka, right?
Yes.
But in terms of Abhidhamma, what is the key dhamma that working? The key words.
Cetasika is working with Samadhi.
When I say key dhamma, is mean the principle of the in terms of Abhidhamma that working in terms of actings, right? In terms of Samadhi, the key dhamma is Panya Cetasika.
Yes. That's what I said.
Yeah. And for the Samma Sankappa, the key dhamma that in terms of Abhidhamma is Vittaka Cetasika. Samma Vaja.
Same.
It's term of Samma Vaja Cetasika. Samma Kamanta is mean Samma Kamanta Cetasika. Samma Ashiva, the key dhamma is the Samma. This is the wrong one. This is Samma Ashiva. This one? Okay. Ashiva, no? Not Vaja. Okay.
As Ajiva Cetasika.
And Samma Vayama is Viriya Cetasika. Samma Sati is Sati Cetasika. And Samma Samadhi is Ekakata Cetasika. You can see is these all are in the Sopana Cetasika, right? The first Samadhi is in the last group of Panya Cetasika, right? It's in the Panyintariya Cetasika group. For Vittaka, it is about you in, it is in the Pakinaka Cetasika, right? I would like you to recall that we are talking previously about the group of Sopana Cetasika. Now, let me see. Yep. Yeah, this group Vittaka is in the Anyasamana Cetasika, right? Let's see. Yep. And show. Anyasamana Cetasika, right? We say Vitaka. This is the keywords, right? And also Egakata is in the Sapatita Satarana Cetasika. But for in Sopana, they have Sati Cetasika, right? Sati Cetasika, Panya Cetasika, right? Samma Vacha Cetasika, Samma Kamanta, and Samma Ashiva Cetasika. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, right? Vitaka. And also in the, let me see, this Sati, Viriya is in the Ekakata, in the Pakinaka Cetasika too, right? Viriya Cetasika. So it means in Sapatita Satarana Cetasik have one Ekakata Cetasik. And in Pakinaka Cetasik, they have two of them, Vitaka and Viriya Cetasika. And the last is in the Sopana Cetasika, is Sati Cetasika. Samma Vacha, Samma Kamanta, Samma Shiva Cetasika, and Panya Cetasika. The total of 8 Cetasika that work with Yamaka. Okay. I would like you to remember this to understand that the key Dhamma that working in Ariyamaka, there's 8 of these, two in Ariyamaka 8, right? Panya Cetasika, Vitaka Cetasika, Samma Vacha Cetasika, Samma Kamanta Cetasika, Samma Ashiva Cetasika, Viriya Cetasika, Sati Cetasika, and Ekata Cetasika. However, because I explained about the panya that related with the how do we enlightenment, right? So it means we have to know about the hetu. Hetu pajayo, composed with 4 of them. The first is hetu. It means they divide into 2 hetu, 2 causes, right? Akusala cause and kusala cause. Akusala is about the lopa hetu. The key dhamma is lopa cetasika. Tosa hetu is mean tosa cetasika. And moha hetu is moha cetasika. This is about the akusala hetu, okay? For the kusala hetu is alopa hetu is alopa cetasika. Atosa hetu is atosa cetasika. And the last one is amoha hetu. Not moha cetasika, not amoha, right? We don't have amoha cetasika, but is panya cetasika, is in the kusala hetu. So it means that if we would like to get enlightenment, this is the hetu for kusala, which control about akusala hetu, lopa cetasika, tosa cetasika, and moha cetasika. Okay. For the other, the key that I would like to refer is about hetu. But however, in hetu, pajayo is have another 3 of them is pajaya hetu. It means related to the Mahaputta Rupa 4. Uttama hetu is related with the Kusala Citta 12 and Akusala Citta 12 and Kusala Citta 8. This is Uttama hetu. And the last one is Satarana hetu, is about the Avisha, but Patitya Samupata. It means Avisha is the Satarana, it means it's work for everything, it's control everything, is Avisha, right? Okay. And because we would like to get enlightenment, right? We listen to the Buddha teaching, but we would like to get, but we have to know about the Kammapata 10. Because Kammapata 10 is divided into 2 groups. If work by akusala citta 12 is become akusala kammapata 10. And if work by mahakusala citta 8 is become akusala kammapata 10. It's the opposite, right? If work with akusala is being akusala kammapata. If work with the kusala citta 8 is become akusala kammapata 8. Is it kammapata is mean it's always work with the lupa, right? So they divide into 3 groups. The first group is kaya kammapata, vaci kammapata, and mano kammapata. In kaya kammapata, if work with the akusala, we call tucharit. Kaya tucharit, vaci tucharit, and mano tucharit. And if work with the mahakusala citta 8, it becomes sucharit. Kaya sucharit, vaci sucharit, and mano sucharit, which composed with 10 of them. For the kaya tucharit is panatipata, atinatana, kame sumichajara. So this is for kaya. Kaya tucharit is panatipata, atinatana, and kame sumichajara. This is for akusala, right? And for vaci tucharit is musa vata, pisuna vata, parusa vata, and sampapalapa. This is kaya and vaci. But although 10 of them is the most important is in the mano tucharit because it's control kaya and vaci. So in the mano tucharit is apisha, payapata, and mishatiti. Okay, in terms of kammapata, if work with akusala citta, it's become akusala kammapata, which have 10. Kaya tucharit, vaci tucharit, mano tucharit. But if working with the mahakusala citta 8, it's become kusala kammapata 10, is kaya sucharit, vaci sucharit, and mano sucharit. For kaya sucharit, kammapata is panatipata veramani, atinatana veramani, kame sumichajara veramani. For the vaci sucharit is musawata veramani, pisunawata veramani, apayapata veramani, and sampapalata veramani. For the control for kaya and vaci is mano sucharit is anapisha, apayapata, and sammatiti. The key that I would like to see that because in mano sucharit is have the panya cetasika that work with sammatiti. Okay, that's why when we do the kammapata, it's because of mano sucharit is control akusala citta. Okay, panya cetasika. So for the last slide is when we talk about the panya. Summarize for today is panya cetasika. Is key is for today is differentiate between the panya in world language and panya in Dhamma language. And panya in the world language used by the lay person. The lay person is, they always say about you have to, if you do something, you'd have to have panya, right? Also, in terms of teaching by Ajahn who translate from Makati language to other language, because it's like knowledgeable about the sankhara. Although some read from Tipitaka, but misunderstanding and misinterpretation about Dhamma. So they use as a simple, that's like they read, but they don't know about the real panya in what the Buddha teaching. They use always about the sanya cetasika. It means you remember, you can working with everything because you use sanya cetasika. But they think that it is the panya cetasika. That's all from this part is come to the misha titi. This is manokam, right? That I say amalkamapata is the manokam. It's misha titi. So misha titi is being to the mahatapaya. Okay. But in terms of if we use the follower the Buddha teaching, we sikkaya what the Buddha teaching. Buddha say that panya is a cetasika, which brings to samadhi and go to aliyamaka and go to the enlightenment. Okay, so I think today we are gonna finish today. Is there any question about the panya cetasika? Sangamita, do you have any question?
No.
Are you clearly understand what the panya cetasika meaning? Huh? Sangamita? The meaning of panya cetasika.
Yes. The
Yeah.
yeah.
What is mean? So what is mean?
As it's a wisdom.
So it means you use the world language, or you use the Buddha language?
No, I use this one, not Buddhist language. I use this language.
Yeah. So every time when we talk about panya, you have to think about cetasika in sopana cetasika, right?
Yes, yeah, the last one.
Yeah, because I give the example because most people teaching like that, so they use like a talk dhamma, right? But is it their own dhamma or maybe misunderstanding or misinterpretation about the dhamma? Because if we sikkaya, we knows that panya is mean panya cetasika. Not is knowledgeable, not the clever, but it's mean cetasika. That is the last one in the group of sopana cetasika that working with the kusala citta 79, right? And bring us go to the nirvana, right? Because it's all the Buddha teaching can lead us to the nirvana. From today, whenever we talk about the panya, it means you have to think about panya cetasika. Okay? Sangamita.
Yes, I understood, ma'am. And I will remember whenever you will ask me about Panya, I will think of Panya Chetasika, and it is the last one in the
Yeah.
Shobna Sanatan Chetasika.
Yeah, because this is the Buddhist and what the Buddha teaching, and also panya is can lead us to the nirvana. You know, every word that Buddha teaching can lead us to the nirvana, but in terms of panya is mean cetasika that can, because in terms of the meaning is in the group of panya cetasika, right? It's mean panyintariya cetasika. Panyintariya cetasika is mean they will bring us to the, you know, they can cutting off the kilesa. Okay, this word in panyintariya cetasika is mean panya composed with the intariya. Is mean they are the great in at that the part of the cutting off kilesa. Okay, panyintariya. So that is one of cetasika that is very important to help us to nirvana because it's can cutting all the kilesa. Okay.
Yeah, I understood, ma'am. Means Panya plus Indriya. Indriya means that the senses.
Yeah.
Yeah, means it's cutting up kilesha, desires. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Sankiti, do you have any question? มีไหมคะมีคำถามไหมคะวันนี้ so we gonna end class for today. Okay.
Yes.
มีคำถามไหมคะเผื่อมีใคร is anybody would like to explain more or something? Yep. เยเมทวี
No question.
No question. Very good. Thank you. So we gonna pay respect to Aye Metavi, right? Maybe only one Aye. Namaskar Aye.
Wisati Aryamaga.
Namaskar Aye.
Wisati Samanya Pala.
Namaskar Aye.
Ekani Bana Kipa Binyan Deche Panai Pawatikani Turn.
Satu 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 Navuti Upaniti Panta Anamotami. Okay, so we're gonna stop the class for today. Thank you for everybody that come to join the class. Bye bye.